Yes, I first wanted to introduce Fiona Barrett Campbell. Thank you so much for joining us. She's the founder of, and we're excited to have a really fun conversation today about breaking boundaries, especially between indoor and outdoor living. And so just to dig in a little bit about your background, you're, of course, an award, for anyone who doesn't know, you're an award-winning designer and entrepreneur, and you're recognized as one of Britain's leading figures in the international world of interior design. I believe you were born and raised in England, correct?
Yeah,
and,
correct.
You come from a long lineage. You were the granddaughter of a property developer that's very well known for Barratt Homes, one of the largest house builders in the UK. And you have, is it correct, over 17 years of experience in the industry and studied at London's Chelsea College of Art and then Parsons here in New York.
Yeah.
And we're just so honored to have you for this conversation today.
Thank you. Very nice, kind words.
Yeah. Well, we recently did a write-up on your new New York showroom at the New York Design Center, and it is stunning. The pieces are like works of art. And so I just first wanted to ask, as you celebrate your first year anniversary at the New York Design Center, what are your feelings on New York design as opposed to London?
It's very the experience we've had with our customers there is very different. For a start, that's the first thing that we've really noticed is the way that you guys shop in the States. It is a lot more bespoke than the UK, and it's a lot more tailored. So the majority of our pieces that we sell in the UK, everything is obviously pre-designed and they are production pieces made to order. What we've noticed with over, I would say 80% of the orders that we're having in America is that they are wanting to customize and bespoke our pieces. Maybe they're a little smaller or a little bigger, or they want to change finishes. So that's what we've noticed from that side of things. But design wise, I think New York is very cosmopolitan. It's like London. It's quite similar. There's a lot of companies that are in New York that are also in London as well. So I think in terms of style, it's been very similar. Definitely.
Yeah. And we titled this discussion Breaking Boundaries in Design. So what does that mean for you? I guess, first of all, what does that mean, breaking boundaries?
So basically, it came about really because until I think very recently, there was a big difference between indoor and outdoor furniture that was available. It was very different in terms of style, its finishes, and so forth. And I think what's been really apparent during COVID for all of us all over the world is really extending our indoor living space to outdoor living space and really utilizing every single square meterage that we have available outside. And, we spend such a lot of money inside our homes, making them look really beautiful with really amazing finishes. And where I really saw a market and a challenge was to create our pieces that we have been making for inside with all these beautiful finishes that we spent years creating in these artist studios, is to make those then viable and workable pieces for outside, and really essentially taking down that external wall of our living space and letting it flow through with that continuity of beautiful, rich, elegant luxury furniture into the outdoor arena, where essentially it's never been seen like that before. So most of the pieces that you will actually see in our collection of almost 160 pieces, a large percentage of those pieces can be bought for either indoors or outdoors.
Wow, that's amazing. And do you think, talking about trends that are driving the industry these days, you spoke a little bit about, of course, we're spending more time at home than ever, but I think to your point, we're also spending more time or craving more time outside and in nature than ever. Was that part of the spark too? Is driving that trend of people wanting to enjoy outside?
And we all know, like the scientific research said that green time actually takes back screen time. And this is what we're hearing. And I think people have become very conscious of that, especially now we've been working from home. We've had children who are homeschooling, children who've been in front of machines a lot longer than they would do. Same for as working adults. You know, previously when we were in offices every day, we were spending a lot of time commuting between meetings. So you would have that downtime from screen. But I think people now are just craving a little bit of a break because we're not having that daily commute where we switch off. We're not having downtime between meetings, and people are looking, I think, for that sense of freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. Are there any other trends that you think are really driving the industry these days?
Performance of pieces. I think that's what we're seeing as well, is the durability and the longevity of pieces, especially at the high end of the market where we are at. These are what I call investment pieces, you know, and especially ours, which are, you know, are quite unique in terms of their finishes and their style. They're special pieces. They're hopefully antiques for tomorrow. And it's really quality. I think people want to buy quality now, and they want to invest in pieces that are going to last and that are timeless. And it's nice to buy those pieces and then be able to slot in maybe more cost-effective pieces that you're not going to want to keep forever, so that you can kind of uplift and change in a couple of years if you wanted to without huge expense.
Right.
I mean, that's the comments that we've had from the New York showroom. The feedback from people who have come in have said it's really beautifully made product, and the quality is really apparent. And for us, that's music to our ears to hear that, because that's what we want. You know, we want to be a quality brand and to be known for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about the duality of the pieces. Many of them are available in both the indoor and the outdoor versions. And was this something clients requested, since people are entertaining and dining outdoors more than ever since the pandemic?
Well, it actually started about four years ago. I mean, we're still very young as a brand. We're about 8 years old, but you know, a few years into actually starting the brand, we were getting requests. It started with our Antibes chaise, which is that beautiful formed chaise, and we had quite a few requests from residential designers as well as hospitality designers. Could we make this into a chaise that could be used around a pool? And that's really where it started. And then we thought, oh, what about maybe we could really easily use these stools, could, you know, stools and side tables could actually be dual use. And that's where it started. And then, you know, we just started getting orders, and it just grew from there very naturally. And now, obviously, with the pandemic that we've been through and hopefully coming out the other side, it's that need for nice outdoor furniture is definitely there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I heard you're shooting over 50 pieces for your outdoor collection this week. What can you tell? First of all, thank you again for taking time. It sounds like a very busy week, but what can you tell us about the photo shoot of that collection?
It happened on Monday, and we are so lucky to have had the most amazing weather. September in England is actually a very beautiful month. The summer, surprisingly, is actually not great. So we had a really lovely day on Monday, and we were very lucky to be able to shoot around my own garden and our new pool that we've just had finished. And also we've built a pontoon on my lake, so the circular pontoon, which has beautiful curved Angelina sofa and our Angelina side chairs and some column side tables with a fire pit in the middle. So it was really nice because we've got sort of furniture on a pontoon on a lake. We've got furniture by the pool. So we've got a dining set, a whole seating sofa, armchair area, and then also our loungers. And then we've also had another set on my terrace. So from a totally different viewpoint, dining and again sofa sets. So it was really nice to actually have 3 very different environments within my own garden, and then also very special because it's my own garden. Yeah. So it was a really great day, and we're really excited to share this. We're currently working on the new lookbook, which will go online very soon in the next sort of 6 weeks, we're hoping for. And then we're going to be sending a selection of our pieces to the New York showroom, ready for the beginning of the year, next year.
Sounds stunning. Where in England do you live?
So we are out of London. We are Berkshire, so we're about 60, just over 60 miles west of London.
Beautiful. I can't wait to see. So you mentioned that some of the pieces are going to be shipping to the New York showroom. How do you select which pieces are going to come to New York? And circling back to that question of New York versus London aesthetic, are there certain pieces will resonate more with our American clientele?
Yeah, we've had the most unbelievable response with our Adizia dining chairs, and they are an indoor and outdoor. We've also just developed the Adizia bench, so you have the choice to mix dining chairs and benches at the table. So we're hoping those will be popular, because we've had an amazing response the last year to those. The Sol chair is also a very popular chair, and we now have that in a sofa as well. So we'll probably be sending the sofa, and we already have one of the outdoor Sol chairs in the showroom now anyway. The column side tables, they've also been very popular, but they've been shown in the showroom in bronze and brass versions. But now most of the outdoor collection that we've shot now is in an off-white color. So it's all been powder coated. So it's very fresh. So it will, it could fit in a Hamptons environment, sort of very traditional, the white picket fences with the off-white furniture, or would sit very nicely down in Miami or Los Angeles. So it's really trying to read the market, and the US is such a big market and so different across the market. So it's been trying to read those and making sure that we are representing those different markets within our showroom.
The craftsmanship of these pieces, like I said, they're truly works of art. It's so impeccable. What do you think makes British craftsmanship so unique?
I think there's a real sense of history and presence, promenade, that we have over here. We work with a lot of craftsmen in the Northeast where I grew up, and some of these people are third generation, and these skills are super refined, and they've been refined over every single generation. And a lot of these techniques you can't learn very quickly. It's, you need time to become masters of your trade, and we're very lucky still to have some of those fantastic workshops. And I think what's really nice about our pieces is we do utilize some really cutting edge techniques, like cutting side tables on a CNC machine by a laser from a single block of wood. But then also, on the other hand, we're using 3,000-year-old techniques of lost wax casting. So I do like the juxtaposition of that. And I just think in the UK, we are known for making things very well. And that made in Britain tag is really important to us.
Absolutely. What other collections or pieces are you working on now that you can tell us about?
We have just designed our first lighting range.
Wow.
So we have pendants, chandelier and wall sconces, and they're currently being made at the moment, which is very exciting. We're using hand-blown glass, metal, so bronze, brass and tarnished silver, bronze glass and clear glass, but it's very textured glass, and also onyx as well. So we're very exciting for that. Very excited to launch that this year, which will be done before the end of the year. So we're hoping to have those pieces probably around end of November in the New York showroom.
Wow, that's exciting. And what was your inspiration for launching the lighting collection?
Well, in the UK, we've always carried 2 or 3 other lighting brands, and for us, it was just a natural progression. After designing the furniture, the next thing was the lighting. When you're surrounded by all this beautiful lighting, it's very inspiring to basically do our own, to expand the range, and it's nice to be able to offer not just the furniture but also the lighting.
Do you think eventually you will expand into other categories as well? Are there any sort of bucket list categories for you that are next on your list?
We are quoting at the moment. We've had some interest in from hotel firms, so volume. So really, it would be fantastic to have our range featured quite prominently in a fantastic new hotel. That's definitely something that we would like to do. We do have some, you know, our lovely finishes available in wall panels, and that's one thing that I really would like to bring over to the States in the next 12 months, because I think there's something very different to have as wall panels. So definitely that, and I guess fabric.
Yeah.
And rugs, you know, it would be nice to have like a one-off rug collection. You know, as a creative, you're always thinking about other things. But you know, we've got to be real. So the lighting is definitely a big thing that's been on the agenda for at least 2 years. So it's going to be nice to get our first collection out and start working on the second one.
Exciting. Well, anything else from the brand that we haven't talked about? I know I personally can't wait to see the new collection from the shoot at your stunning home, and the lighting collection when it arrives in the New York showroom.
No, it's really the outdoor. We're really excited about having this amazing outdoor range now with these finishes. And I think we have a really unique aspect, the fact that we can produce the same pieces indoor and outdoor with that level of luxury and finish. So you have that continuity within your home. So for us, that's exciting because, you know, you have a lot of opportunities in America to have outdoor space, much more than we do in terms of the weather. So we're really excited about that. And hopefully I'll be coming to New York in November now that the ban has been lifted for us. So I get to see the showroom for the first time.
Oh, wow. You haven't been yet. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, with travel.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to have you. And thank you again for all your time. And once again, we can't wait to see those new pieces arrive in New York. And of course, if you haven't seen the outdoor collection, so is most of the outdoor collection currently in the New York showroom, or some of the pieces?
No, that we have about 5 or 6 pieces there, but New Year time, there will be probably 10 to 12 pieces there.
Great. Well, we can't wait to